What's going on, guys? It's Haven here, and what I'm going to talk about in this video is I'm going to be really short and concise. I'm going to tell you the differences and the advantages between using exponential settings and then linear settings. I'm going to first talk about the accuracy and aim assist side of things, and then I'm going to talk about the mechanical and building side of things afterwards. I'm going to talk over some creative gameplay for all of that. I'm just going to tell you the two differences. I'm going to show you some gameplay of each. So this is me playing on Exponential right now. I'm an Exponential player, but I also played on linear for a month, so I feel like I do have a valid opinion. So I'm just going to make some quick bullet points and tell you the advantages real quick. So when you're talking about your AR accuracy at first, we're going to talk about the three different ranges that you use your AR. Close range, so like 30 to 40 meters, mid-range, 50 to 60 meters, and then long range, like anything from 100 meters to over 100 meters. So your long range and your mid range is going to be so much better on Exponential with the aim acceleration and the assisted tracking from longer distances. You're just going to be able to hit your AR shots much better on Exponential from a longer distance, and that's really helpful for pub stomping. And then I'm going to talk about the up close aim assist. Linear wins by a mile. I mean, your ability to track with your SMG and your shotgun shots with the flickier, more smooth tracking is going to be so much better. You're going to hit your pumps more with your linear, and you're just going to be able to hit harder, and your SMG spraying is going to be a lot better on linear. Exponential really is for those more passive players who like to sit back in their boxes and get tags on before they engage in their fights. Your shotgun accuracy, you can hit really hard with Exponential, but it's just so slow and it's so stiff that it really doesn't give you much ability if your opponent has good mechanical movement. It just makes it really, really difficult to track up with them, and the same thing with the SMG as well. It's just very, very slow. So in closing, basically linear is going to be a lot better for the people who play this game more seriously and more often, because it's going to build your muscle memory for your tracking. And then I would recommend Exponential for anybody who's more of a casual player who really doesn't play that often, because it's just going to assist you a lot more in your tracking, and you're not going to have to work and build all that muscle memory to be able to track all your opponents, whether it's shooting people out of the sky or just in regular fights. Exponential is a lot better for the more casual base. That's not to say you can't be really good at the game and play on Exponential. There are plenty of pros who play on Exponential, such as Unknown Army. He's a great player and he plays on Exponential, and he still performs really well in the Cash Cups and all the tournaments that he plays in. So it is possible. But in closing, for the aim assist talk, really for box fighting and build fights, the linear is going to be a lot better for you. And for you pub stompers, Exponential is the move. Alright guys, so now we're going to talk about the building side of things. So this right now is my gameplay playing on Exponential. So don't take my gameplay as gospel for what you can do on each one of the settings. I'm an Exponential player, so obviously my building and editing is going to be slightly better on Exponential than it is going to be on linear, which I'm going to show you guys later on, me playing on linear for a little bit. So basically what I've learned from playing on Exponential and playing on linear is that you're so much faster on linear, but I feel like your ability to be consistent can be a lot better with less practice on Exponential. So let me explain this real quick. So for linear, what you really need to do is build muscle memory for everything. So the more you play and the more you're willing to put in with linear, the much better you can become. You can become so much more consistent and so much faster on linear. So your skill gap is kind of increased, but it's also decreased if you're not willing to put in the time. So the ability to become really good at editing and building and becoming really consistent can go really high with linear, but can also get extremely messed up if you're not willing to put all the effort in that it takes to build that muscle memory. So I've been really considering switching back to linear myself. The only real benefits that Exponential has, and the only reason to use it over linear, would be just the pub stomp, just because your AR accuracy is going to be a lot better. Most things really aren't very advantageous when it comes to Exponential. Honestly, it's just really not that good. Not in the sense that you can't be really good on it, you definitely can, but I think linear is just superior. I mean, you can look at this gameplay right here, and my ability to be smooth and efficient with my movements, even as someone who plays on Exponential, I think it's just slightly better. Obviously, I mess up more edits because I'm not used to it, and it's just a faster sensitivity. And you can see a little bit of stuttering. I play on console, so playing on a really high build sense kind of gets you in murky territory because you're just really lagging. Your FPS drops all the time. So I've been considering moving back to linear for sure. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet, because I feel like your ability to pub stomp, as I've said, is just better on Exponential. And I'm not really a big competitive player. I don't do box fights all the time. I don't do build fights as often. And those are the real areas where linear just shines, just in those real box fight, competitive situations. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I helped you decide what you want to do. It really just depends on your play style, what you should do, and what setting that you should pick. I know it really doesn't help you that much, but hopefully if it helps you at all, I would really appreciate you dropping a like on the video. That's it. Thank you. Peace out.